Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we have Neural DSP plugin for John Mayer. So I was not really expecting this from Neural DSP, and this is a very different plugin in certain areas from the other Neural DSP plugins, in the sense that you have John Mayer's all amps at the same time, something that hasn't happened so far. So on the left you probably have a reverb from Fender. In the middle you have probably a Dumble. Here is Dumble. And then on the right you have Toushscreen, probably version 1, I think, one of his amps. So the control layout here is a little bit different, because although you can choose each amp separately, you have here control for gain, smooth operator, headroom, euro, and signature 83 that are affecting all these three amps. Then you have output and room send. It's really interesting. We get that later. On the top, already, if you guys know Neural DSP, already know how this works. So on the pre side of things, we have a couple of pedals. I think this is based on a Katana booster, which is always engaged, I believe, but you can also toggle this button. I don't know what it does. Antelope filter based on a Keytron, I think, for one of his particular songs. I think this one is based on a Clone Centaur, I'm not really sure. This one on a Tube Screamer 10, and then a BB preamp, and multi-P delay, I think is based on a Acopus delay or something like that. Then you have a very cool harmonic tremolo unit and also spring reverb that is really awesome. Next you have the amps, like we've said, what we see before. Then you have post EQ, parametric EQ, and a compressor. And this compressor is based on a distressor, I believe, because it's really similar, which is really cool. I love these compressors. And at the end you have your two pedals for Dream Delay and Studio Verb. I don't know what they're based on, but anyways. And you also have, you can also choose just the, just one particular amp and tail it, because controls will appear here, like the Fender, like the Dumble, all control for the Dumble, and then last, all controls for the Toushscreen. And lastly, last but not least, you have also the cabinets that each amp has, it's very cool, the microphone layout and stuff. And I believe new microphones like the Ribbon 121 horizontal, it was already on this side. Okay, so let's go back to default mode, all right, and see how this sounds. I'm using this Strat American Pro, and let's see what tones we can get out of this. Thinking about John Mayer, of course, and I really love his tone, and I'm a fan of John Mayer. Not just his tone, but the way he's playing, because I think he's an excellent guitar player. It's not easy to play like them. So right now the three amps are working. And it sounds really cool. Here on the second position. Okay, so of course you have lots of presets, not just from John Mayer, but also a lot of artists. So there's a lot of stuff to see here to test. We're not going to do that. We're going to stick to John Mayer presets and see how they sound. So the first one we have here is called E-flat Voodoo, and is tuned transposed guitar to -1. You can lock this, which is really cool, and we'll memorize that. Let's see how it sounds. Very responsive and touch sensitive. think it sounds amazing, man. Really, really, really sweet. Next we have Golden Gate. Now he's just using the Dumble. Some drive on it. So let's see what he's using. Basically, he's using both drives at the same time. This one is some spring reverb. Then the cab is this one. There's a little bit of EQ. A compressor, let's see. There's a lot of bass on these amps, okay? Phenomenal. Let's go for another one. Gravity Clean. So we now enter in some songs. Now let's try out this room send. I'm gonna increase it really high. So let's max it out. Whoa. So like you're in a room where it's really, really cool, man, you know? Let's put it where it was, something around there. Sounds really warm, you know? Okay, now we have next Gravity lead, probably for his solos, but I've noticed there's a lot of leads and distortions for Gravity. So we have another one here, Gravity Overdrive. And I think we have other one, Gravity Overdrive X. Something along these lines, I don't know if it's really the tone. Now it says Gravity Rhythm, so it must kind of similar, but just the Dumble amp. It sounds great for blues, you know. Hot bridge, so let's put it on the bridge. Maybe with a humbucker guitar, because he also uses sometimes like an Epiphone or something like that, right? Awesome. Now we have just plain Dumble. It's got to be using a lot of distortion pedals at the same time. Yeah, at least 2 distortion pedals. And then here, we're going to go here in a minute just to see what these effects can do, but right now. I don't really say the tone is not very bright, but I think it's part of his tone, right? Always a little bit dark. But it sounds great. Oh, sorry for the hum. Now I have lead 1. I wish I could play like him, but far from that. Lead 1 live room. We have more room here, probably. Also sounds great. Lead 2, another lead. They're all very kind of similar, but at the same time different. Of course, you can play other stuff, not just John Mayer. Lead 2 live room, another lead. It's always very touch sensitive, you know? Alright, so next we have Stately Blues. I think we are still inside John Mayer, yeah. Stately Blues. And that's probably for people who know how to play blues properly. I'm hearing that spring reverb here, much more pronounced. So, yeah. When you do this, you hear like the springs. You know, really cool. So I'm gonna increase the decay. And the harmonica tremolo here. Sounds really sweet. You can sink into your DAW. We don't want that right now. Intensity. So let's disengage this one and go for the, just to hear these effects a little bit better. We still have reverb here. Let's increase the mix. Because I think this has a huge decay and those luxurious reverbs from Neural DSP. You have a hall and a plate. They both sound great, man. Now let's activate the dream delay. First, let's disengage this one and mix here. Okay, so this controls the darkness of the reverb. Now the studio reverb. I think Neural DSP really excels in this kind of reverbs and delays, man. They are so beautiful. The source of inspiration, you know, I just can stay here until I come up with something. They're just so beautiful. So let's go back into the presets, and we have Stately Blues Lead. Kind of awesome, like has effects on the front, like the reverb. Sounds really good. And again, another one, ultra clean. Let's check out the compressor. So we already have some gain reduction. Let's increase this. It works really well. Yeah, it works really well. And then we have, I don't know if it's less, but I believe not. So we have something simulating here, this kind of room thing. And I don't know what it is. Probably the, I don't know. And inside these amps you have bright, like, or mid. You have the normal and fat. We'll clip my converters, I think. I don't know what's going on here that's giving this sense of space. Probably, yeah, it was a doubler. I'm sorry for that. Let's go for another one. And I don't know if it's still in John Mayer's. Yeah, it's the last one. John Mayer Ultra Clean Dub Delay. I'm going to use this patch and turn off the delay, going into the pedals, because I haven't heard the this one. And maybe turn down a little bit the mix here on the, and also turn off the doubler. Okay, now lot of controls here to choose from. Probably better settings for this one. Let's increase the peak. Yeah, and without the booster, does make a difference, but then again, okay, probably just more boost. Now the tilt breaker already makes a big difference. So you can sculpt these tones until you have exactly this tone for certain songs. So this was supposed to be the clone centaur. And it sounds awesome. Let's increase the gain max. So I've never played through a centaur, and I probably never will, so I don't know how it sounds. Now the two together. Same for the Dumble amp. I haven't even seen one. So, okay guys, I think we'll stay here because right now there will be many more presets. I'm gonna put this in default. And it's a very beautiful layout for the plugin. I think it's really great. And yeah, if you're into John Mayer's, grab one of these because you'll be delighted. And it really sounds like, you know, his tone is always relies in real amps and real stuff. And his hands, of course, the way he plays, his technique. But you can get pretty much close to this plugin and play your favorite songs and dial your own tones because it's a great collection of amps. So I hope you guys enjoyed this not so small video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet. And try it out. Just download the copy. It works for 15 days if I'm not mistaken. And I think you're gonna love this one. Have a nice one. Cheers.